Hi everyone, my name's Megan Leininger. I am the host of Makeup with Megan. I'm new to YouTube, so this is a whole new experience for me. I'm currently sitting in my kitchen and the dining room's behind me, so I thought that looked kind of cool. This is just a little short intro. I wanted to introduce myself. Um, I hope you enjoy this kind of chit chat, get ready with me type video. It was going to be a tutorial, but it ended up just being me talking about my life. I also wanted to add a trigger warning because I do talk about mental health topics in this video. So just be cautious of that, and I hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome to Makeup with Megan. I'm new to YouTube, so this is my first video, so bear with me. Today I'm just going to be doing a simple eye look using the Raw Beauty Kristi and ColourPop palette. I'm super excited to see how this wears, and let's get started. So first I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm using the Goof Proof brow pencil in shade 2. My eyebrows are always lighter than my hair, just I feel like it doesn't wash my face out as much if I use a lighter brow pencil. So because I have no eyebrows, I have to like draw them in. I have eyebrow hair, it's just invisible and you can't really see it unless it's colored in. So I have to draw them and then shade it in. This doesn't usually take me too much time. I've been doing this since I was a young teenager. And I'm just gonna brush it out with the spoolie at the end and go back in if any place needs touched up. These are my favorite eyebrow pencils to use. I've used a bunch of other ones and I think these are my favorite. So I guess I should tell myself or tell you guys a little bit about myself. Sorry, I just got done doing homework, so my brain's all whack and I can't talk apparently. So my name's Megan. I'm 23 years old and I live in Michigan. And I live on a farm, so if you hear roosters crowing in the background, just ignore them. They're very loud and obnoxious, but they protect my hens. So, but yeah, I have 27 chickens that I love very, very much. They're my babies. I go to school full time. I'm studying to get my social work degree. I'm using P. Louise base in Rumor 2. I just squirt some of that on my hand. And then I take my Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH43 brush. It's kind of like a little flat brush. And I dip it in the P. Louise base and I carve my brows out with it. So anywho, like I was saying, I'm going to school to be a social worker. I go to Troy University, which is down in Alabama. And you're probably thinking, Megan, how does that even work? Well, Troy has a fully online program. So I'm currently getting my BSW in their online program. After this semester, I will have finished all of my prereqs finally after 5.5 years of being in college. I also work part-time at my community mental health. I'm a youth peer support specialist, so I get to use my own mental health journey to support youth in my community as they go through their mental health journey. at the community mental health. And I'm sorry, I know I keep putting this stupid mirror up in front of my phone. I'm bad for it. One day I will figure it out though. I'm also on Instagram. It's I think it's make.up with Megan, something like that. I don't know. I'll put it in the description bar down below. Instagram kind of just gave me a randomly generated one, and I just went with it. Because the one I wanted to use wasn't available. But I'll put that down below. I'm debating on starting a Facebook page. But yeah. So now I'm just spreading this base all over my lid. Kind of going in with a lot because my lids are veiny and I like to cover that up. And then I go in with this brush from, I think I got this brush in a Ipsy bag. But it's like a short little kabuki brush. So I'm gonna use that to blend out the base. So yeah, I live on a farm. I still live with my parents. They're good roommates for the most part. And I'm very thankful that they let me live in their house at 23 still and engaged. So shout out to my mom and dad, stepdad. Now that that's all blended, just kind of wait a couple seconds. This is usually when I put my brow gel in, and I use the e.l.f. Active Sweat Resistant Clear Brow Gel. It comes in a little thing like this, and it's mascara on one end and the brow gel on the other. I don't use the mascara because I don't like the formula, but I do like the brow gel because I sweat my face off 90% of the time. So I just run it through my brows real quick. And I just brush up, and then I brush the tail down. And that's it for my brows. Nothing hard here. So now I'm going to jump into my Raw Beauty Christine ColourPop palette. Yes, I realize I have that base all over my hand. Also, ignore my nails, they're not looking too hot. I think I want to do a berry look, but I also kind of want to use the brown and the gold. So we're gonna do puffball in the crease right now. I'm going to, let's see, what brush do I want to use, Megan? Going to take my BH Cosmetics number 6 brush and dip it into puffball. And it's like this nice brown shade right there. Sorry if my nose runs. It's, you know, allergy season here in Michigan. So I've just put that in my crease and sit here and blend for a while because I'm not very good at blending. So it takes me a minute. And yes, I'm in my kitchen right now. My room is a disaster, but no one's home, so I figured I'd just film in my kitchen where there's nice lighting, and there's some outdoor lighting peeking in. So we kind of got that blended out for the most part. I'm gonna do the other eye now. Just put it in the crease. Boop. And blendy blend. So, when I am done with college, I want to go into trauma therapy and help young children who have been through a lot of trauma, but eventually like to get certified in dialectical behavior therapy because that's the type of therapy that I went through a couple years ago. I am very open about my mental health. That's what my whole job is right now. I 3.5 years ago attempted to take my own life, and I ended up staying inpatient for 5 days at my local hospital. And the social workers there were really great, and they really helped me get back on track and realize that, you know, my trauma is not my fault and that I'm stronger than any of the bad things that have ever happened to me. So now I'm just taking Chanterelle above that brown and kind of just blending that all out. But I attribute my success to those social workers, and I want to be able to help kids like they helped me when I was at my lowest. Oh, by the way, this is a Morphe X Jeffree Star JS8 brush. I got it from Ulta. So we're just kind of blending that yellow in on top of the brown. So mental health is probably going to be a theme I talk about a lot on this channel. It's something that I tend to be very open about, like I said earlier. So I'll put a trigger warning on all of my videos. So just expect there to be talk about mental health, because it's my passion and it's something that I care a lot about. And I think that sharing my story helps other people heal in their own way. So we're just kind of going back and forth with the yellow right now. And it's called Chanterelle. And there go my chickens freaking out. You can't hear them probably, but they there. So I said I was newly engaged, and I guess I didn't tell you anything about my fiance. His name is Tom, and we met 3.5-ish years ago, right after my attempt. It was like 2 months after my attempt that we met on Tinder. And I know there's a stigma about Tinder, but I think differently. He showed interest first, and he kept messaging me, and I was like, who is this weird person messaging me all the time? And he asked me to go to a hockey game with him because he's a big hockey fan. So I asked my mom, and she said, you know, you gotta meet him first. We just don't go to hockey games with strangers. So we went to the local Applebee's, and that's where our first date ever was. That's a funny fact I like to tell people, that we had our first date at the Applebee's down the street from his house. I think I'm gonna cut the crease just a little, just to clean this up. So I'm just going back in with my P. Louise Rumor and a Jeffree Star brush. But yeah, so we met at the Applebee's, and he was like the first guy who I ever kind of really let in to my heart. And He took me on quite a few dates before he actually asked me out, which is something I'd never experienced before. I didn't date in high school. It wasn't, you know, I wanted to date, but it just wasn't the right time. And I had dated some guys that weren't good for me once I got to college. And then I came home because I went to Saginaw Valley State for a little while. And I came home and matched with Tom on Tinder. And I suck at cutting my crease. And he took me out to Applebee's and we had dinner. And then we went to a walleye game, a Toledo walleye game. And he took me to therapy actually on like our third date. And, or maybe it was our fourth. And that's when he asked me to be his girlfriend and everything. So I kind of just cut my crease. This side looks better than this side. And here we are, like 3.5 years later. He asked me on Halloween at the Toledo Zoo to marry him. And our best friend was there, and so was his sister, who's a close friend of mine. And there's my bling. I love showing it off because it's so pretty. And he picked it out all himself. Okay, so now I think I'm just gonna go in my finger and I'm gonna take West Coast on my ring finger and just kind of pat it where I cut the crease. That's a beautiful, beautiful gold. I love it. So now we're just gonna pat, 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 pat. My nose is running. I better go catch it. Okay, sorry, that was terrible. Yeah, he asked me at the Toledo Zoo in front of the polar bear exhibit. They have a little fountain, and that's where he asked me. It was a beautiful day, and my whole, well, not my whole family, but like my one aunt and my cousins were up, and they got to celebrate with us. So I just kind of, you can see, put that all over where I cut the crease. And I'm gonna go in with my other ring finger and do the same. But Tom is a mechanic and he's one of the most sensitive, loving, caring people or person I've ever met. And he cares a lot about me, and he cares a lot about my family. And he's really close with his own family, which makes me happy. I'm gonna get a napkin and wipe this off my hand. But yeah, he's just an all-around really good person, and I'm gonna be marrying him. I'm super excited. We're not getting married for a couple years just because I want to finish school. I've got like a year left, and we want to get a house. because we still both live with our parents. So I have this Cover FX palette right here, and it's got 2 highlighters. So I'm gonna take this one right here and put it under my brow bone. And this is the Jeffree Star HIS13. I just take a little bit of the highlighter on it and put it under my brow bone. Do a little highlight action. I don't know where my brows end or where they start, honestly. Half the time, I just guess. And some inner corner stuff. Even though I have gold there already. Okay. So I'm not an eyeliner person. I don't use eyeliner. So we're just gonna go in with my Essence Super Curl Volume Mascara. And just put a couple coats on both eyes. Try not to get it on my eyelid because I'm notorious for that. And now we go into the right eye. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out. It wasn't really much of a tutorial, it was more of just like a hang out and get to know each other. I haven't made a schedule yet on when I'm gonna post. Like I said, this is kind of just like a self-care thing I'm doing for myself. I love makeup, and posting it will hold me accountable for, you know, actually remembering to put it on and take the time to feel good about myself. So the last thing we're gonna put on is the Raw Beauty Christy ColourPop lip gloss, Luxe Gloss in Glacier. Just add a little sparkle. You know, nothing exciting, but I love how sparkly this is. So yeah, that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with me. I will be trying to make more videos on the regular, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Thanks.